Chalkle strengthens communities through an accessible, collaborative learning platform. How do we do that? We do that by connecting people in the community who have things to teach with people who want to learn. Very quickly, what that actually means. Chalkles are fun and social. Our classes take place in real life. We like to try and redefine the classroom, figure out where classes make the most sense to take place, a class down at Common Sense Organics. We redefine teachers and learners. You're all Chalklers. And Chalkle helps share skills that are otherwise hidden within the community. So it's really about saying what's there, what's now, how do we really enable that, how do we really share that, how do we really collaborate that at the same time. So that's kind of what we do. I thought specifically I wouldn't jump into that because I think hopefully many of you have either, it's actually quite wonderful in this room. I think we've perhaps got about 10 Chalkle teachers, we've got a good 20 Chalklers, it feels like it's been something that's really been embraced. The fact that we've got ninja Chalkles coming up at the retreat, it's this, I love it how the word is just like infected you guys. It feels quite exciting. So at the last retreat, we're just, yeah, shut up. It's like a little blend, you can't help it, I swear. At the last retreat, we'd pretty much just launched. I think we were 2 months old. Or 3 months old. At that point, we had 800 Chalklers. We currently have 1,400 here in Wellington, plus another 200 in Horowhenua. We had run 150 classes. Now we've run 500. I was frantically running around organising all of the classes. We now have Liz organising all of those classes. So whenever anyone says, oh, I've got a really good idea to run a Chalkle class, I'm like, yeah, go speak to Liz. And this is our sort of active team. A whole lot of people in a whole lot of different capacities, doing work from organising our first birthday party to comms and communication to an internship that came out of the Life Hack weekend. Keezy's working full-time as our lead developer, Amy's full-time on business development, I'm also full-time, then Link and Josh have been helping and advising and supporting it. And it's this, you know, we're not all in one space. I really hear what Will was saying, and I think that's one of our challenges. I work out of Enspiral space, Keezy works out of 1 to 8, Amy works out of her home. We all work quite disenfranchised, and it's one of the things I think that we're struggling with. But that's kind of our team, and it feels quite vibrant and exciting at the moment. Since the last retreat, we've also had new branding. Yes! Thanks to Nance and Philippa in here. That was very exciting to really start to kind of claim that space and figure out what we're doing. We've had a new website, our sort of front-facing, how we're telling our story, in terms of who we are, what we mean by learning, what we mean by teaching, how we've got a whole storytelling part where we're telling the stories of the classes. These link into the different meetup sites at the moment. We were using Meetup, or we are, but we've got a plan to, we launched Horowhenua without Meetup, accidentally on purpose I might add. They might have kicked us off. But one of the things that Keezy is busy building is a whole independent portal that's going to be so that we can survive without Meetup. And we're secretly planning to launch that very soon, but we'll see. Hopefully that will be an announcement soon. Since the retreat, we've launched up in Horowhenua. That was our first social franchise, which was a very exciting thing. This was a team up there working in collaboration with the local community centre and library, and it's just wonderful to see someone else get as excited as you are about a project and then come up with a 10 gazillion different ways of doing it. You know, they're doing ebook classes, forklift driving, how to use PowerPoint, Indian classes, all these different things that I personally never would have imagined, as well as having resources to have a whole lot of different designers working on it. They're making little bookmarks that they share out to people at the library centre. We've also been working on some conferences. We had our first, supported our first conference down in Dunedin, the UX Design Day, did the ticketing and the registration for that. Currently organising with Philippa and Darren UX Design Day in Wellington, and also taking an active role in Social Enterprise Week with Hannah and Alana and other different people and Hikarangi. So that's kind of exciting to start to look at conferences as a new form of education as well, and that they're high value on multiple levels in terms of getting our branding out there, in terms of creating the membership, in terms of also starting to increase that profile of different forms of education. We had a little bit of media, or a fair amount. I realise there's a few different ones that I've forgotten in there. Link and I are absolutely positively Wellingtonians, which was quite exciting. Have been working in the council on behalf of Enspiral and Chalkle for the volunteer strategy, which was what that profile was about, and also getting a double page feature in the Green Ideas magazine, which was actually pretty awesome because Will's also featured in that magazine as well. It's actually currently in the stores at the moment, so that's a pretty cool possibility. And just finally, the nice thing is that we had a strategy session up here, really narrowing down what are our core principles, and these were the 4 words that we came up with what we stand for. So it's really around strengthening communities, learning in the greatest sense of the word. You probably noticed that education is not up there, but we really decided that learning was actually our key word. Accessible in all sense of that word, and I feel like accessible is the main word that is the biggest journey of those 4 principles, and collaborative. That's perhaps more about how we work. I really want to be collaborative through and through in absolutely every single thing I do. And so it's our first birthday on the 20th of July, so you're all invited, and it will be really wonderful to see you all. We're going to have an old-fashioned party at Eclipse Bar on Willis Street, and that just feels like a really exciting moment. And I won't go too much in terms of, one of the questions was looking forward. We're looking perhaps how we can start to be sustainable is the best thing in terms of how we're looking forward. Where are our strategies? What are we doing? We've currently bootstrapped this thing the whole way here, but are definitely starting to feel the strain on what does this mean? How do we actually start to be in the long journey? How do we start to expand? Who are our partners? Is it central government? Is it local government? Is it social franchising? And all of that is currently a conversation that we're in at the moment, but have got some exciting things on the horizon there. So that's us.